friends, Catherine with Graceville Table, popping in today. We're going to talk about air fryers. Okay, these things, guys, we're going to demystify, we're going to debunk all the things that you're hearing about air fryers. But I do like to chuckle because once upon a time when the microwave came out, I imagine, right, that people were super skeptical about the microwave and its ability to cook our food in faster time. And I will say, to some degree, that's true of the air fryer and the multi-pot or the Instapot or whatever you have. All these small appliances, the heart and the mind behind them is to make our lives easier, to save us time, to save us money, to keep us eating more at home. But sometimes it's a little ominous. It's a little bit overwhelming. And how do I use them? How do I go about picking one? Do I even want one? Those types of things. And so we're going to go through a series. Check the playlist for Air Fryer 101 because we're going to go through a series of just unpacking and kind of unveiling, if you will, the air fryer and what you can use it for. So before you even make a decision, I would always encourage you to think about who your end user is, right? So in your kitchen, is that you? Is it your children? Is it your spouse? Who is it that is primarily going to be using said air fryer? And if you don't know, that's okay. Hopefully this series will help you to kind of determine what place it could have in your kitchen, because I know if your kitchen's anything like mine, this countertop, it's valuable real estate, and if I am going to give that up for another small appliance, it better be an appliance that makes my life easier, that saves me time, saves me money. Okay, so I have been on that journey, and I would say at one point in time I was kind of like the microwave person, right? Didn't do a lot of deep frying of foods. Thought, why would I ever need or want an air fryer? Because I don't deep fry anything. And so what I found is I still don't deep fry anything, but it has allowed us so much freedom in the kitchen. And primarily with my kids, they are able to use the air fryer very safely and to do lots of different things. It's just been super fun to watch them be empowered and just be more independent in the kitchen to eat the things that they enjoy, that in an easier way that I don't necessarily have to do, full-blown cooking for. So in that sense, it's been a huge win. When you're thinking about air fryers, a couple things I would say to consider. There's two styles of air fryer. One that is more of a tray style, so think toaster oven. It's going to look a little bit like that. The other style is a basket. And so that basket is similar to, if you've ever seen like a commercial restaurant deep fryer, where they dip that basket in that cooking oil. Same concept of the basket. It'll slide in and out, and so your food will cook, kind of in a basket versus on a tray. So I don't know that there's good or bad to either one. I think it's just personal preference. The other thing I would say consider is how many people on average, when your air fryer gets used, how many people are going to be, cooking for. If you're looking to cook for, a family of 6, that's going to look a lot different than, 1 or 2 type thing. So there's, different choices. The other thing I would encourage you to check out is just the manufacturer of the company. I will put down in the link, in the description, a link to an article that talks about non-toxic air fryers. So as with everything in our kitchens and in our homes, we have to, obviously purchase and buy wisely, be aware of what we're purchasing. So if that is something that is important to you, check that article out and see what your choices are. I made a decision on the air fryer that we use in our home before I read that article, but I was really thankful that the one that we have is on the list. So that is super exciting. I'm glad that, you know, I can continue to empower the people in my home to do some cooking and do some reheating. Fun fact, our microwave though has been broken for a while, and we kind of are doing an experiment of, can we live without it? Do we need it because of how much we use our air fryer? And so far we are finding out that we are able to do without. It has also eliminated a toaster, or, you know, the need for a toaster in our home. And so for me, that swap out of, you know, if I'm giving up some space, you know, for this air fryer, I want to get rid of something else. Not everybody operates that way. I get that, but I do. And so being able to get rid, you know, not utilize the microwave, and, you know, one day we'll replace that either, hopefully just with, you know, a hood, but also the toaster. That's been super helpful as well. So I'm going to wrap this section up. Check the link below for the list, the article on the non-toxic air fryers. I would love to hear what you think. Are you an air fryer user? Do you think they're crazy? Like, those are kind of the two ends of the spectrum. Like, you're using it all the time, or you think this is super crazy. Let me know. Give me some comments, so I kind of know where you're at. It will help me to guide the rest of the month in terms of just how much I show on the air fryer. And so then the rest of the playlist, this series is going to just dive into the different settings of the air fryer that I use. By all means, you know, you don't have to use this particular brand, but if you do, this will be easy for you. If you do not, I hope there's, you know, some comparable settings and things in place that you can just easily transfer the information over to what you either are using or will be using, and you too can find that freedom for time, money, and sanity. Okay, we'll see you soon.